So in 2004, I moved into Metropolis, which is actually Burnsville, Minnesota. Or Metropolis could be considered to be Minneapolis. It kind of sounds similar. And, so I'm living in Burnsville, and I'm at Raven Hill Apartments. And my upstairs neighbor, I move in the second floor, and third floor is my neighbor Dave. And um, I guess I would forget what happened at Carrington Courts, and not to let my potential demons get above me and cause me problems in the morning. But this is what happened eventually. Actually, it was good for 6 months living in that place. Didn't hear a peep from him. And then this David Copperfield lawsuit came about, and the next thing you know, man, it is getting noisy. And it's not just getting, it's just getting, it's squeaky. It's like it's like for 2 or 3 hours in the morning, starting at 4 in the morning, for like 2 or 3 hours. This is going on. And it wasn't so much, it wasn't like, for him, it wasn't much stomping around. It was just squeaky. He found the squeaky spot in the floor, and he just spent his entire day, 2 or 3 hours in the morning, just, standing there and rocking back and forth on this spot, I guess. I'm thinking this has got to be my imagination, that somebody would actually want to go through this much effort to try to annoy me, right? And, but it was going on for, it had to be 3 months of this. 3 months. I mean, until he left, I think this was going on. Maybe 6 months with him. And I would complain to the office, and they would like, essentially F you. It's all prim and proper how they respond. Oh, we'll look into it, and then it's it's basically F you. Well, it actually happens. Let me get somebody's name here. One second. The manager at the time, her name is Candace Palmer, and she's a charm. I mean, she's really nice to me in person, but it's like whenever I call, here's what happens. Here's how it's ideally supposed to happen. You say, management, I got a problem here, and can you help make it better? And you know what always happens? The problem gets worse. Every time I make a complaint, it gets worse. In fact, with Candace, and when I directly interface with Candy, it appears as though she tells Dave to actually make it worse. It's almost like that. And this is, I've had 2 or 3 neighbors since Dave, and it appears to be what Candy likes to do. But anyways, with Dave, one sec. So anyways, Dave's moving out, and of course he needs somebody to help him move. And I'm thinking, you've got to be kidding me, right? That you're going to ask me to help you move after the nightmare I've been living. And I'm pretty sure he's done it on purpose. It's not just an accident. 6 months without a peep from him, and then it's all of a sudden there is a big nightmare happening. And oh, Chris, can I get some help moving? I guess he's moving down the hall somewhere where Dave is pretty anal. I guess he's annoyed by a little bit of noise, and actually he's so any little problem, and it's a big deal. It's kind of like women. It's bitch and moan about every little thing. And one second. So then in like in December 2007, he ended up going to the hospital, and he had some weird thing, and they don't even know what he had. They had his stomach is out to here, I guess, is making weird. It's like there's somebody living in some kind of. His body's doing weird contortions. They don't even have no idea what's going on. There's somebody else in the hospital with the same thing, and another person or two. And I guess Dave's near death or something. And when I hear this story, he tells me this story a couple months later or something, and I hear it. I was like, Dave, maybe you shouldn't have been messing with me. Maybe and this includes pretty much all of you out there. If you're hearing this, you can mess with me if you want, but I tell you what, man, it takes about, I would say, 1 to 1 to 5 years, and for Dave it was about a year and a half to kick in. But what happens is that God, he sort of he sort of punishes people for in reality for doing these things to me. And uh, Dave, maybe you should consider yourself lucky. You're still living, I guess. The way it sounded like to you, it sounded like you were about on your deathbed there, and he recovered, and he's lost all kinds of weight, losing all kinds of weight, and throwing up and stuff like this. And it's like, well, Dave, maybe next time you should choose your friends a little better. You should choose who to be friends with. And it's interesting. The guy appears to be my friend in the stall of the garage, or where I parked the car. We see each other occasionally, and anyways, it seems like it's amazing Minnesota two-face in which, and you see Chris, hey, how's it going? How's it going? But on the side, we're figuring out a way to bend him over and stick it, to stick him real good, and I think God's keeping track of this stuff, and it maybe catches up to people out there. I'm kind of curious of what's happened to the health of the people at 3M and all the other people that have been bending me over out there. Good old Teddy, I see the Teddy link on there on my site. He must have I had a lot of fun with Teddy, but evidently God couldn't stand what he was doing. He says, enough of this crap, man. It's time for Teddy to have some health problems, and so I tell you, man, you got to be careful. You got to be. It has a way of coming back. So then, as of about October 2008, we get together to go to a church to get a free meal, and he's begging, he's asked, he needs some money because he can't keep a job. He keeps a job worse than it appears. He's kind of a misfit. Like I say, he complains so much about everything that I think he's just bitching and moaning about everything. He has an apartment complex fixing the most minute stuff. It's like anal behavior. Anyways, we go to. He needs some money, so I loan him $40, and he has yet to pay me a penny back. And it's just another Minnesota nice thing. It's like am I supposed to learn from this? Never. When I become when my empire gets huge, I'm just not supposed to give money to anybody. It appears to be what it is. Keep the money for yourself. And don't ever pay anybody back. This is the type of thing that Minnesota Nice is teaching me here. Is that don't trust anybody, and don't ever give anybody any money. Because they're never going to pay you back. So don't. So. If you're wondering, what. If you're wondering what I'm becoming in my philosophy in life, it is a result of Minnesota Nice. So, I guess I should say look out. I mean, it's if you think I'm going to be a nasty person by not giving you any money or doing my healing for free on Wish Mission, you're crazy if you think that I should do anything for free. And you can look at the Raven Hill link too, because they haven't been hooking me up here either. So nobody hooks me up. I don't expect me to be hooking anybody up.